Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please silence all cell phones. Additionally, you are asked to hold all applause during the ceremony until every graduate receives his or her diploma. And at the conclusion of tonight's event, please remain in your seat until every graduate has left the stage. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, at this time, please silence all cell phones. Audience members, a few special announcements. You are asked to hold all applause during the ceremony, especially during the roll call, until every graduate receives his or her diploma. Additionally, we ask that if you have a crying child with you, that you exit the auditorium until the child calms down to ensure all graduates receive recognition. Finally, at the conclusion of tonight's event, please remain in your seats until every graduate has left the stage. We have to get 378 students off the stage before you leave your seats. As a reminder, graduates will exit the venue through the main lobby where you entered. So again, audience members, please stay in your seats until all graduates leave the stage. Thank you so much for your cooperation, and we will begin shortly. and welcome to the 124th commencement ceremony of Solon High School. Please rise and join Mira Atwa as she leads us in the singing of the national anthem, and remain standing as Haley Dunn leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mira?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I have the honor of introducing our two featured speakers for the evening. Our first speaker is Michelle Park, the daughter of Andrew Park and Christina Park. Michelle was a state champion in international extemporaneous speaking and a runner-up in prepared commentary at the National Speech and Debate Tournament. She had a top 5 research paper and a top 5 research presentation at the Research Science Institute at MIT. She is a Coolidge Senator for the Coolidge Scholarship and received a 3rd place Grand Award at the International Science and Engineering Fair. Michelle will be attending Stanford University, majoring in physics with a track in astrophysics or particle physics. Our second speaker tonight will be Nicole Williams, the daughter of Michelle Williams and Dave Williams. Nicole has served in several leadership roles while in high school, including president of band, section leader of the tenor saxophones, and team captain of the Solon figure skating team for 2 years. She was a speech and debate state qualifier in Lincoln Douglas debate and was awarded an Academic All-American by the National Speech and Debate Association for her academic achievements alongside her accomplishments in speech and debate. She also received the award for academic achievement in English at Solon High School. Nicole will be attending The Ohio State University, majoring in animal sciences on a pre-veterinary medicine track.
Welcome Solon High School teachers, staff, parents, and last but not least, the class of 2022. The past 4 years of adventure, learning, and inspiration have been catalyzed by a single concept, inyon. It's a unique Korean word that can't be translated into English without losing its beautiful simplicity and emotion. The best translations I could find were a human thread and most commonly fate. But inyon represents more than that. It describes how every connection interaction and conversation we have had with one another has left invisible fingerprints on our lives. Between a student and a teacher, a friend to a friend, we have formed unbreakable bonds with one another. And these bonds have sculpted us. Some of these interactions have transformed our worldview, sparking new passions that we will carry into college, or inspiring us to consider all angles when solving a problem. Others are more lighthearted, leaving lasting memories of a good time that we will look back on with nostalgia, or making us smile so that each day becomes just a little bit brighter. Our time at Solon High School, and even the elementary schools, Orchard and Solon Middle School, serve as milestones where we honor change. Now, as we look back at our time here at Solon, we can realize how even the tiniest of interactions has become another beautiful addition to our lives. Now, we often take for granted these little interactions, but the COVID-19 pandemic has revealed how much our connections with others matter. Having the core of our high school experience, including part of our sophomore year and most of our junior year being physically apart, has established new obstacles. From our friends becoming small squares on Zoom, to teachers having to navigate the labyrinth of virtual learning with us students. It hurt our perception of potentially new connections by etching uneasiness through a novel emphasis on social distancing. Finally, returning back in person this year was a breath of fresh air. But most importantly, it has emphasized the value of inyan, how we must cherish the connections we make with others while we can still treasure and create them. This brings us back to today's graduation ceremony. It is my honor to thank the students, teachers, parents, and staff who have left those invisible fingerprints on our lives. Looking back on the past 4 years, we've grown, changed, and celebrated life alongside each other and as a result of each other. Through the thread that weaves through all of us here at our graduation, we will always be connected to this moment, even if we are miles apart. With our melting pot of backgrounds, perspectives, and ideologies, we are united. And now, we're finally graduating. This is just the beginning of your ball of yarn. Take your thread, your inyan, and connect it to the communities and the people you will encounter. Together, we can weave a beautiful tapestry of resonance and unity. Thank you.
Hello, class of 2022. Today, we are gathered to celebrate our achievements and to bid each other adieu. The past 4 years haven't been easy for any of us, and it's easy to become irate in light of all the events we have lived through that will become chapters in our kids' history books. I would like to thank the parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, friends, and family sitting among us today who have continued to teach us lessons both inside and outside the classroom during these unprecedented times. One lesson we've all recently learned is the importance of 5-letter words and 3 special colors. For those of you unfamiliar with the novel mind game, Wordle, each day a new word is released and players have 6 attempts to guess the word of the day. You choose any 5-letter word to start with, and throughout the guesses, the tiles will change color to help the player get the word. Green indicates that the letter is in its correct position. Yellow means that the letter's in the word, but that's not where it goes. And gray indicates that the letter isn't in the word at all. Beyond this game being a fun way to tease your brain and brag to your friends, we can all find a deeper meaning in these 3 colors. First, gray. Gray is typically a color we associate with cloudy days and cloudy thoughts. Today, I want us to picture gray as a color that represents experimentation and figuring out what works but really, more so what doesn't work. At Solon High School, we've always been encouraged to use our resources, try new things, and push ourselves. But sometimes our endeavors don't always go the way we expect them to. Maybe you enrolled in AP US History and had to drop it because the workload was past your limit. Or maybe you applied to your dream school and you didn't get in. While difficult in the moment, these experiences provided us with the ability to recognize our own limitations and to move forward with the same determination that we had when we started. Just like in Wordle, with gray letters, gray events show us the things in life that just aren't right for us. And while difficult, they are crucial to growing up. Now, yellow. Yellow events are harder to spot in life. They're the things that are right for us, just not right now. As a class, over the past 2 years alone, we've encountered many of these events. Maybe March of 2020 was the start of your sophomore year track season, your year to crush your PRs and make it to states. And then Governor Mike DeWine forced you to turn in your 100-meter sprint for family walks around the neighborhood. Though, let's remember that this event didn't happen to discourage you or to take away the sport that you love. Rather, for you to be able to flourish in the time you were meant to. Because now, it's senior year. You have crushed all of your PRs, and our boys and girls track teams were both district champions when it's meant to be. Finally, green. Green events are the events that were meant to happen right here and right now. They're the events we will never forget. It's when our football team beat Mentor in the pouring rain. It's when our speech and debate team won states. It's when our seniors took their final bows in the school musical. It's this graduation. Green events help us find the things we love and discover what we're passionate about. They're the memories we're forever going to cherish as we grow older. So today, when we reflect back on our 3 crucial colors in our favorite mind game, I want us all to remember that we can't get to solutions without first encountering gray and yellow letters. In the game of Wordle, there are 12,942 possible 5-letter words you can guess, and only 2,309 of them are actual solutions. The game gives you 6 attempts to get to that solution, but let's remember that in life, we have way more than 6 attempts. So, class of 2022, it is my hope that each of us can embrace the gray and the yellow as we find our own green 5-letter words. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle and Nicole. At this time, Amulya Vishwanatha will present the class gift.
The class of 2022 is pleased to announce that this year's class gift is the contribution of funds to help offset the cost of community building activities at Solon High School. We are happy to share this donation to continue Solon's tradition of We Are SC. Thank you.
On August 15th, 2018, I encourage this Solon High School class, the class of 2022, to approach their high school careers with 3 things in mind. Number 1, at SHS, we don't do easy. We make easy happen through hard work and learning from our experiences. Number 2, it should never, ever be about perfect. It should be about your effort. If we bring effort every day, we will certainly be proud of the results. And number 3, I asked them, if the world were blind, how many people would you really impress? I believe today the class of 22 took this challenge to heart, as evidenced by the following accomplishments. Academically, this class boasts 33 National Merit finalists, 1 semifinalist, and 16 commended scholars for a total of 50 students distinguished by National Merit, one of the most in the state and among the top high schools in the nation. While it is considered an honor for any school to have 1 student recognized as a United States Presidential Scholar candidate, this class had 10. At the Senior Honors Program, 310 members of this class were recognized for achieving merit or honor roll status their senior year. That's 80% of the class. 197 of these seniors will be receiving an honors diploma this evening, over 50% of the class. Through their collective efforts, this class played a role in the city of Solon and the Solon schools earning the following honors this year alone. Recognition on U.S. News and World Report's lists of best high schools and best STEM schools in the country, ranking number 1 in Northeast Ohio. The designation of best community for music education. The city of Solon being ranked number 1 in the country on the list of most affordable cities with outstanding education. The city of Solon being included on the list of most educated cities in the United States. The Solon schools being recognized as having one of the highest rated teaching staffs in the state. And the Solon schools being named among the top school districts in the nation by niche.com. In academic competition, 4 of our academic teams qualified for their national tournaments: Academic Challenge, Future Problem Solvers, Speech and Debate, and Science Olympiad. With members of this class leading our Science Olympiad team to a state championship, our Academic Challenge team to a state championship, and our Speech and Debate team, you guessed it, to a state championship, as well as individual state champions in future problem solving. Individuals in our career technical program earned gold medals at the state competition and qualified for national competition. In the arts and the humanities, individual seniors won first place awards at the Ohio Scholastic Media Competition. Senior members of our drama club concluded 4 amazing years with incredible performances of the musical comedy Murders of 1940 and We Will Rock You, a production that won 2 Dazzle Awards just last weekend. Our marching band, concert bands, orchestras, and choral groups impressed audiences at their concerts all year long. Artists from this class earned awards and honors at both the state and the national level. And collectively, the class of 22 helped our student organizations raise over $25,000 this year alone to donate to local charities. They also collected 2 busloads of supplies to send to those suffering in Ukraine. Athletically, members of this class were part of 8 teams that won league championships: boys basketball, girls basketball, boys lacrosse, girls swimming, boys tennis, boys track, and wrestling. Our boys and girls track teams won district championships. Our boys tennis team has qualified for the Final Four this weekend. Individual seniors have competed at the state level in boys and girls cross country, swimming and diving, boys and girls indoor track, boys outdoor track, and wrestling. And 7 members of this class have received Division I or II athletic scholarships. Audience members, if we close our eyes, like I asked them to in 2018, and simply reflect on the accomplishments of the young men and women seated behind me, I think we can all agree we are all very, very impressed. So seniors, as you embark on the next leg of your journey, I'm going to challenge you one final time to keep the following in mind. Number one, whatever path you choose, you will undoubtedly lead in some form or fashion. In your family, in your career, in your place of worship, when you're out with your friends. And when doing so, be prepared for criticism. Understand, it will come. Part of being a leader is discerning between critical feedback and personal attacks. When we take criticism seriously, not personally, we learn. When we take criticism seriously and not personally, it not only makes us better people, it sets us free. It sets us free from those invisible chains that we actually allow to hold us back. Number two, we cannot wait until life is no longer hard to decide to be happy. When the storm comes, I challenge you seniors to run into the rain. Life is filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, mountains we must climb, setbacks we must endure. If we wait until life gets easy, we will never, ever find happiness. Find joy in the journey, because down the road, when you look back in your life, you will be able to celebrate all of those scars you picked up along the way. You will be able to look at them as acts of survival, opportunities to gain strength, examples of your perseverance. Remember, seniors, struggle is not a sign of weakness or failure. Struggle provides us with opportunities to learn, to grow, to better our best. Which leads me to my final thoughts. And I'm channeling the words of country singer Cody Johnson here. Make sure you say you are sorry. Make sure you say your I love yous, because you just never know. If you get a chance, take it. Take it while you've got the chance. And if you've got a dream, chase it, because a dream will not chase you back. Be authentic, be brave, be fearless. Do what you want to do, not what others tell you they think you should do. You, seniors, determine your future. You determine your fate. You hold in the palm of your hand the ability to change this world, to make a difference. So go forward from today with faith and determination. Go forward with an unwavering belief in yourself. Go forward confident in the knowledge you have already overcome obstacles. You have already demonstrated strength, resiliency, and grit. We have seen in you the power and the ability to move mountains. So go forward from today, class of 2022, and just be you. Congratulations and the very best of luck. At this time, I'd like to ask Mrs. Julie Glavin, President of the Board of Education, to come forward to award diplomas to the class of 22. But before we begin, again, I ask the audience for your cooperation in maintaining the dignity of this ceremony by holding your applause and your cheers until every senior's name has been called. These students have worked very hard for 12 years to reach this milestone, and although I understand your personal excitement, please remember that each of these students and their families deserve their moment on center stage. It would be unfortunate if someone's name could not be heard because people were cheering for the previous student. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, for your consideration of others, and for maintaining the dignity of this commencement ceremony. After they received their diplomas, Class Presidents Shrihan Anand will read the class roll, and Vice President Shri Ghosh will assist with the presentation of diplomas. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2022. Shrihan Anand. Again, please hold your applause. Shri Ghosh. From this point forward, we will move very quickly with the names, so hold your applause.
John Cassidy Adernetto, Mian Muhammad Afnan, Shivangi Agarwal, Farhan Khaja Ahmed, Kyle Ryan Akerley, Nicholas Alamir, Amaya Nicole Allen, Mukbel Abdullah Almajuani, Ria Sandeep Alerkar, Devon Mikhail Anderson, Amuya Gaudara Vishwanatha, Haley Nicole Dunn, Devin Ian Apanashevitz, Benjamin Patrick Aaronshield, Raleigh Ilana Arnapolan, Elizabeth Madeline Arth, Mira Sano Atwa, Yasmin Dasani Aziz Ferguson, Omar Karim Baez Sanchez, Logan Michael Baldizzi, Nina Bao, Monique Narisa Barnett, Timothy Daniel Barron, Emily Grace Bednarski, Kai Alexis Belcher, Nika Berezutsky, Abigail Rose Berman, Andrew William Bernhard, Richard Nathaniel Burns, Brianna Ann Bestetter Thomas, Meghna Bateo, Anshika Bharadwaj, Vaibhav Bhargava, Jay Bickerstaff, Jessica Ann Burchuk, Jordan Michael Blogrund, Nevaeh Malin Blythewood, Lane Kenneth Booker, Benjamin Matthew Boss, Brooklyn Rose Bowling, Margarita Igorevna Brockman, Skyla Brooks, Patrick Thomas Burke, Alexa Louise Burney, Kyle James Cantor, Helena Victoria Caraballo, Dominic Joseph Carlozzi, Sydney Ray Carlton, Jessica Caudo, Aisha Chekich, Shayak Chakrabarti, Belinda Chloe Chan, Irene Yubin Chang, Pinak Umesh Chitnis, Julia Marie Clark, Kelsey Shane Cohen, Jonathan Michael Kahn, Joshua Jonathan Conaway, George Constantine Krashun, Hannah Paige Crane, Tyler James Crawford, Braden Alexandra Crisp, Aiden Jacob Colors, Rihanna Jade Dayanchik, Kelsey Alexis Delphio, Robert Murray Dix III, Newt Doe, Ethan Jesse Dobris, Andrew Blake Dotson, Brooklyn Marie Edwards, Noah Benjamin Elbel, Blake Eric Elman, Jordan Abigail Elman, Evgenia Alexandrovna Evdokimenko, Sierra Nicole Fankhauser, Amanda Hyuna Farthing, Joseph Thomas Ferenczi, Ingrid Fernandez, Bridget Louise Ferris, Fatma Mariam Vesley, Joseph Armando Feudo, Jonathan Emmanuel Fields, McKenna Miguel Fitzgerald, Ananda Capri Frazier, Jada Alexis Freeman, Samuel Max Friedman, Karina Isabella Fry, Natavia Kayla Gage, Mark Alex Gantman, Benjamin Edmund Garfield, William Arnony Gartner, Christian Michael Gao, Jaden Shea Gaiman, Perry Ezra Gelwazer, Emily Sophia Giorgiati, Kyle Michael German, Nicholas Michael Jerome, Jackson Harrington Gibbs, Darren Lamachia Glenn Jr., Gabrielle Vitaute Glusaskis, Jessa Rose Goldberg, Ryan Nathan Goldfeder, Mason Daniel Golubitsky, William Brandon Gonzalez Jr., Sumant Gopal, Lily Catherine Gortz, Zachary Simon Gottlieb, Aisha Gudiabi, Markel Lowain Green, Morgan Cherie Green, Zara Elise Greenfield, Julia Shannon Grignon, Mark Edward Groff, Lily Jacqueline Grossberg, Kevin Lawrence Grunsweig, Sophie Diane Grunsweig, Alex Gulko, Adina Tiantian Guo, Melina DeBlasi, Sarah Elizabeth Hall, Ivy Hahn, Brian Edward Harper II, Elise Simone Harris, Andrew Joseph Haverstick, Jamie Kyle Hayes, Lucas He, David Jerome Hedden, Joshua Bradley Hicks, Holly Amanda Hill, Bryce Roderick Hirsch, Dylan Ilana Hirsch, Alexandra Claire Hopkins, Alex Robert Horschler, Eric Howard, Alex Lee Shea, Megan Ann Sue, Elizabeth Liao Huang, Colin Maxwell Hunter, Haley Noel Hunter, Alyssa Ray Hutchinson, Noah Hutchinson III, Akshaya G. Iyer, Aishwarya G. Iyer, Eli Mersak Jacobs, Rohan Jaiswal, Jessica Jean Jenkins, Sonavi Jetra, Charles William Johnson Jr., Jordan Christine Johnson, Simone Karen Johnson, Tyreek Jones, Himank Jutiga, Aaron Peter Kaiser, Aditya Kalahasti, Elise Kamalov, Srinidhi Karnam, Eugenia Elizabeth Karulina, Aman Kaur, Dibjot Kaur, Isaiah Lucas Kendall, Jaden Evan Kent, Jad Hassan Khalid, Andrew Ryan Kim, Danny Kim, Nicholas Dylan Kate, Dara Molly Klugers, Lily Sophia Nahanicki, Benjamin Douglas Knox, Michael Aaron Com, Caitlin Michelle Cookin, Joseph Bruce Koski, Lucas Alexander Cronenfeld, Brooke Danielle Kruger, Nicholas Joseph Cruzy, Xavier Matthew Kuntz, Kylie Lynn Kruzawa, Jessica Kylie Kwiatkowski, Audrey Leigh Lai, Ashlyn Grace Lally, Melody Lee Lorich, Brendan Daniel Lawler, Jonathan Stephen Lako, Isabel Grace Levy, Colin William Lewis, Zion Albert Lewis, Andrew Bowen Lee. Ivan Lee, Ryan Wong Lee, Eric Lau, Abigail Elizabeth Lieber, Eliza Marie Lieber, Jonah Robert Littrell, Jeremiah Edward Lockett, Amanda Julia Lockman, Joshua Noah Lockman, Alexander Walker Lyon, Allison Rose Marish, Ava Jane Marish, Nicole Shizuka Williams, Michelle Sayon Park, Grant Cameron Marana, Anthony Hawthorne Malcolm Jr., Leah Claire Mancuso, Evie Cor Mann, Samuel Mark Marbury, Elena Kirsten Moraney, Jessica Lucia Marco, Madeline Bell Markowitz, Abby Faye Matlin, Melanie Rose Malden, Lindsay Marie Maurer, Spencer John McCrae, Chase Montgomery McGee, Jaden Isaiah McPherson, Danielle Ann Merkin, Daniel Young Mesmer, Eric Mishad Mesmer, Walter Ungesha Medamba, Dion Edward Miller, Natalie Catherine Miller, Jacob Daniel Millett, Lee Schuyler Millstone, Luke Thomas Maiozzi, Marissa Faith Mitri, Nicholas Andrew Molchuk, Eubin Moon, Anthony Hospadavis Moore, Caroline Grace Mowry, Andrew Robert Mulvaney, Tyler Holden Murray, Farida Nadoville, Julia Dawn Nail, Pranav Namputripad, Sudar Lata Natesan, Zachary Kip Nathanson, Jacob Aiden Newby, Tia Elizabeth Niederst, Jared Joseph Ogle, Jacob Joseph Oldenburg, Brett Garrett Olgen, Ola Chinwe Dorothy Onimo, Carly McKenna Orr, Tyler James Orr, Andrew Elias Otteson, Shivam Padol, Kira Ray Palada, Isabel Miranda Palumbo, Marissa Parfewitz, Ava Kellyanne Parikh, Christian Alfred Parrish, Yane Park, Kia Patel, Sana Sajid Patel, Salvatore Vincent Patriarco, Sobha Patro, Angel Paudel, Akil Penamudi, Victor Manuel Perez Reyes, Nicholas Kristen Petrunicon, Avani Taing Pham, Macklin Allen Pinchot, Jacob Reese Platko, Leah Elizabeth Pollard, Tyler Scott Pollock, Nevaeh Marie Porter, Princess Alacia Tamia Powell, Noah Rachel Rabkin, Elizabeth Marie Radis, Shashank Raguraj, Nikira Devkaran Raja, Chinmay Ramaswamy, Krishna Bim Ramjit Jr., Dylan Eric Raphael, Nicole Jean Radka, Minhazul Ashakin Rael, Alexa Danielle Ressler, Adil Riaz, Manor Riaz, Jack Jeffries Riley, Cassidy Rosemary Roberts, Lucas Earl Rodriguez, Alex Lawrence Rosen, Emma Rose Rothenfeld, Aditya Roy, Anthony Russo, Benjamin Michael Ryan, Jillian Natalie Rizepka, Neo Raja Saye Farmer, Oshin Nelson Samuel, Jalen Amari Sanders, Jasleen Kaur Sandhu, Hari Krishna Sai Sanjeevan, Vlad Sapoznikov, Harshavardhan Satish, Lily Grace Shear, Ian Alexander School, Matthew Daniel Seifert, Olivia Rose Seifert. Kaylee Elise Sell, Andrew Jinghong Shao, Caleb Josiah Sharpley, Halen Natalie Schuster, Brandon Aaron Silverstein, Jamie Paige Simerson, Easton Bernard Singer, Sutkaran Singh, Shelby Shania Singleton, Rachel Natalie Scala, Janae Denise Skanes, Christopher Lee Smith, Ethan Daniel Smith, Sydney Ellis Smith, Stephen Gregory Strosaker, Dion Carlton Sorrells Jr., John N. Stafford, Sarah Margaret Stanton, Sullivan Joseph Staub, Jaden Sullensberg, Jaden Elon Sussman, Henry Daniel Tavins, Andrew Ryan Telepak, Roman Eugene Tarian, Derek Tony Thomas, Taylor Augury Thomas, Nyla Amira Tinsley, Maya Francesca Tamarchio, Emily Nicole Tomko, Hannah Elizabeth Toth, Sydney Trong, Brooke Haley Ulrich, Samuel Michael Ushotz, Romy Van Almen, Sanjanashri Vedavyas, Jayant Sai Kumar Velamala, Hari Venkatraman, Sanjana Venkatraman, Zion Bernard Vernon, Samuel Max Waldbaum, Robertson Aubrey Walker, Caleb William Walsh, Sarah Wang, Samantha Jane Weinberg, Haley Michelle Weisberg, Abby Nicole Wente, Michael James Whitaker Jr., Michaela Jaleese Whitaker, Raina Amore Noel White, Jack Tyler Whitman, Joniah Wiggins, John Cuneo Williams, Lauren Elizabeth Witzke, Colin Patrick Wong, Alan Wu, Christopher Thomas Wu, Miles K. Wurst, Annie Joy Weiner, Emma Grace Weiner, Victor Shui Shi, Allison Megan Yang, Leo Eugene Yefimov, Ferhat Yilmaz, Adam Youssef, Adam Kang Yu, Dylan Tong Yu, Iris Yu, Andy Kaijo Yuan, Ava Marie Zoller, Asia Zaidi, Andrew Kirk Zand, Elena Ming Zhang, Scott Yong Zhao, Dennis Allen Zitanev, Daniel Coleman Zomber. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the class of 2022 a large round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand as the senior members of the Madrigals sing the Solon alma mater. Graduates, please remain standing and move your tassels from left to right.